The Trump administration, along with several of the worst far-right groups imaginable, are currently laying the groundwork to hand over millions in taxpayer dollars to the very same Proud Boy assholes that stormed the Capitol on January 6th. Even worse, there is ample reason to believe that they plan to use said millions in taxpayer dollars to subsequently buy their way into federal elected office and further solidify the far-right's grip on the American government. And look, I know that everything that I just said sounds super hyperbolic and like conspiracy theorist bullshit, but I promise you it is not. Yesterday, leadership of the Proud Boys, the very group that planned the January 6th insurrection, sued the US government for $100 million, arguing that the Justice Department and FBI violated their constitutional rights for arresting and jailing them. A jury of their peers convicted and sentenced them to prison sentences of 15 to 22 years in length. But also remember, they didn't actually have to serve those sentences because on his very first day in office, Donald Trump issued a sweeping clemency order granting pardons to more than 1,500 defendants, including the leadership of the Proud Boys. And we already know that not only is Donald Trump extremely sympathetic to this group and sees them as his guys, he also very much has put leadership in place at the DOJ that is motivated to settle these kind of lawsuits and hand over tens of millions of dollars to these assholes that broke the law and committed treason against their own government. The very same DOJ that mere weeks ago settled with Ashley Babbitt's family and handed them millions in taxpayer dollars. And again, the top leadership of the Proud Boys have talked openly about running for federal public office in the future. And as Elon Musk's involvement in the 2024 election proves, if you have enough money, you can just go ahead and buy your way into whatever public office you want in the country, including the highest public office. I wish I knew what we could do to stop this because it seems pretty clear that this is what's going to happen, at least in my opinion. I don't know what the solution is, though, because honestly, I think until our elected officials step up and stop it somehow, I don't know. And I don't even know that this is something that I think Democrats can stop. Like, I think this is something that it's going to take a bunch of Republicans in federal office finding a spine and finding whatever amount of morals they ever held and doing something about it. And frankly, I don't know that I think that they're capable of doing that because I think they're all far too selfish and far too out for themselves to ever take that risk. So yeah, this is terrible. So if anybody has any ideas on how we can stop this inevitable train wreck from happening, let me know in the comments.